Well, hi, everybody, and welcome into the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show. Joined as always on a magnificent-looking Monday by Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director Sammy Burnett. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing well, Carl. How are you?
How was your weekend?
It was okay.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Studied a lot of film and
I did.
Checked things out, of course, after that La Vega game on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to talk about that for just a little bit. Look ahead to this week. A lot of stuff going on, like our gray that we're wearing here today, the Brownwood gray and maroon.
Yep.
Man.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, we look good, I'm telling you.
For a bunch of guys that'll be racing in wheelchairs at the nursing home, we look pretty good.
All right. Well, welcome again, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
Man, we'll talk a little bit about that game on Friday. Again, just a strange game, tied at 14 at halftime. Kids were playing hard, and they played hard the whole game. But, again, those big plays just kind of broke our back.
Yeah, it's like I addressed with them today. I mean, I'm proud of the way that they're playing. They're playing as a team. They have become more physical. We're still working in that area, but we have become more physical. And we're playing with more passion. Mm-hmm. And that's what we ask them to do. The last 2 weeks, we've faced two top teams, top 10 teams, top 5, however you want to put it, and the bottom line is we haven't been able to get off the field defensively but we're allowed the big plays. And like I said, we're a team. We don't blame the defense. We don't blame the offense. We don't blame special teams. We win and lose together. It's just more evident on the defensive side when they bust a big play that there's a problem. And after watching film, it boils down to real simple. You got to be gap control. You got to be gap sound. And we put you in a position to be gap sound. You got to trust that and play your gap. What happens is kids have a tendency of wanting to leave their gap to go make a play. And when they do that, they're taking someone else's gap, which doesn't allow them to make a play. And then the ball carrier runs through their gap. Mm-hmm. And I tell kids all the time, discipline is playing your gap and allowing someone else to make the play. You may not have made the tackle yourself, but you allowed someone else to make the tackle because you did your job. Friday night after watching the film, that's simply what it was. We weren't gap sound. Our scheme was gap sound. We did not play gap sound. Mm-hmm. And it's hard for people to understand, but again, example, if we're supposed to play the backside B gap, and that tackle scoops us and we don't get to that B gap and we go around it and that running back bends it back and hits that backside B gap, that's touchdown. And that's what happened to us several times. And we just got to become more gap sound. Performance-wise, our defense is gap sound. But what I mean by that is the kids have got to trust the fact that they may not be able to make every play, but they're allowing someone else to do their job to make the play, and by doing that, they were a part of the play. So we got to get a little bit more discipline in that and understanding why we're doing what we're doing. And I think that'll help out. You know, it's always some tackling. You know, we got to make sure we're sure tacklers. We got to be able to tackle an open field. We did blow a tackle in open field, turned it into a big gain. So just continue to work and grow. Like I told our kids, we're not disappointed in them at all. We're really pleased with where they've come. But for us to get to the playoffs, we have to win Friday. Our back's against the wall against a team that's sort of balanced like we are. They've scored about as many points as we have, and they've given up about as many as we have. And it's going to be a knockdown, drag out, and whoever wants it more and who's the most disciplined. You know, we average somewhere around 75 to 80 to 85 plays a game. They're averaging allowing about 50-something plays a game, which reduces the amount of touches you have. That's a big amount of plays in a high school football game. So for us, we got to be have a sense of urgency on offense, and every time we touch the ball, we have to put points on the board of some sort and maximize our opportunities and don't give them away because they'll take advantage of those. Their offense is pretty potent, so we're going to stop the run and don't bite on the bootlegs and the play actions. and they're going to have a bunch of trick plays. I know they haven't showed many, but they have them. I know they do. They have them every year, so we're just going to have to be sound in what we do. And like I said, I'm pleased with our kids, but if we are able to be successful on Friday and we're able to be successful the next Friday, that gives us an opportunity to fix the little bitty things that are causing us big problems. And then when you step up against a team like Stephenville, who's another team that's ranked in the top 5, they're ranked number 2. Matter of fact, we'll have the ability to stay in those games and not just play in those games, but stay in those games and have an opportunity to win it at the end. And that means becoming a better master at your craft and understanding your technique and what you're supposed to do and doing it and trusting that your teammate will make their play without you leaving your gap to do that. And I think we'll have an opportunity to play at any level. And I think we've proven it. We played against 2 top teams the last 2 weeks, and we're in the ball game until we gave up the big plays. If we can cut the big plays out, we'll still be in the ball game and we can play it to anybody. So the way I feel is if we're able to fix those things, we should win the next 2 games and have a chance to go to Stephenville, who's a top 5 team, top 2 team, and play, not just be in the game, but play with them, have an opportunity to win at the end.
Yeah, Stephenville shut out Alvarado. Alvarado's running the ball for about 350 yards a game. I mean, as you said, a potent running game, but they were kind of shut down. But who hasn't Stephenville not shut down?
Yeah, they got Stephenville has a middle linebacker that moved in from Teague last year that's just pretty special. I mean, we'll get to them in the future, but for us, like I said, to play against a team like that, we got to continue to sharpen our axe and so that we can be lethal, and to do that, we just got to go to work every day and just get better at what we do. It's not a big problem. It is a little problem. When you throw a bunch of little problems together, it becomes a big problem. So we got 11 guys that have a responsibility. All 11 have to take care of their responsibility and trust that the others will do the same. And same thing on offense. I mean, we didn't score every time we had the ball the other night. If we execute and do what we're supposed to, we should score every time. So, like I said, we're not pointing any fingers. We're just trying to fix the obvious and continue to grow and become a better football team. But when your kids are buying in and they're playing hard and they're playing with passion, they're becoming more physical, we have a chance. And that's what our kids have responded after the Wiley game. I've been very pleased with the way they've responded. We just got to fix a couple of things and then be in the ballgame to play with anybody.
Well, no doubt about that. Offensively, Chance Jones had a really good game. Jason made a couple of heck of a catches. Thought our offensive line, for the most part, played pretty good. But, the offense at times just looked almost unstoppable in my opinion.
And this is what I try to share with the kids. You got to find positive in everything that you do so that you can build on it and you can fix the negative. We scored 33 points against La Vega. The only team that's played them this year that scored more is Stephenville. They scored 35. You look at Argyle, who's been in the top 5 all year long. They scored 14 points against them. 10. They ran a kickoff back for a touchdown. You look at LBJ, who's been in the top 5 all year. They scored 20 on them, something like that. I mean, for us to move the ball and to score that many points on a team of a defense of that caliber is important. We scored more points on Midlothian Heritage than anybody did all year. So those are some positives that you draw from to help motivate your kids and continue to motivate your kids, because they're going to look at it as everything negative. Well, we lost. Yeah, we did lose. Let's figure out why and fix it. But at the same time, let's look at the things we're doing really well, and let's build off the things that we're doing well and fix the little bitty things that we're not, and look at where it gets us. So that's our goal and that's our MO. We want to win the next 3. We know we have to win 2 of the next 3, and that's our goal right now, is to focus on an Alvarado team and get better at what we do, and we have to come up with a win against a team that's pretty much balanced like we are. I mean, we're about the same type team.
7:30 at Alvarado, and Alvarado has not been kind to us the last couple of times we've been there, but we'll see what happens. I know you have some ticket information there.
Yeah, you can go to brownwoodisd.org/athletics and purchase your tickets. They're $6 for adults, $3 for students. If you choose not to go online and you show up to the stadium, you will be allowed a ticket. They'll sell tickets at the gate, but they'll all be $7. So sort of the same way it's been in the past, brownwoodisd.org/athletics. $6 and $3. If you do not get them online and you show up at the game, they will not sell out. They'll have tickets for you, but they're all $7. So that's how you can get your tickets.
All right, y'all come support the Lions Friday night, 7:30.
Yeah,
huge game at Alvarado.
we're going to need it because they're going to be supported. It's their home game, and they know it. And they know if they want to get in the playoffs, they've got to beat us. And it's going to be a playoff type atmosphere there Friday night.
No doubt about it. All right, more results from this weekend, Coach. What have you got?
Yeah, I want to congratulate our girls cross country team for becoming district champs in Gatesville last week. Girl got to go there and watch our girls run. They did extremely well. They were actually behind Glenrose the last couple of meets, so they really had to perform well, and it took all top five finishers to get that done. So congratulations to Coach Neely and the girls track team and Coach Mosqueda for their district championship. And then also Caleb Nelson finished 6th, which is going to allow him to advance to regionals as well. So our regionals will be on October the 25th in Lubbock. The girls will run at 9 and Caleb will run at 9:30 at May, or however you say it, Simmons Park, M-A-E. Is that May or Ma?
It's May.
May Simmons Park in Lubbock, Texas.
There you go.
That is on October the 25th. That is a Monday. Also, our combined team went to Abilene Cooper, played in a close ball game, but dropped that game 16-2. And again, for them to get out there and play and to gain the experience that they need so that they can be successful in the future is important. So I'm glad that they got a chance to play. They played really hard and gave it their all. Our maroon freshman team went over to La Vega and played their freshman team and were victorious 12-6. And then our JV team went to La Vega and dominated again 35-0. So congratulations to them. And remember, our goal with that group is to keep them together, keep them playing, keep them winning. I know that Steenville has a real tough JV, so hopefully we keep that group together to where that Thursday night when Steamville comes over here, we'll put on a district championship kind of competition. Girls played Gatesville and lost their match in volleyball in 5 games. So played really hard but lost in 5 sets. They are sitting 4th right now in district. A lot of ways that can change based on their last 2 games. So they'll play at Lampasas tomorrow starting at 5 o'clock and then at 6 o'clock. And then, of course, we lost our game on Friday against La Vega on the varsity level.
All right. Lady Lion Volleyball. Yep, they should take care of Lampasas. They did the first time around.
Yeah.
Should solidify 4th place, at least 4th.
Yeah.
As you said, could move up into 3rd.
A 3rd or possibly 2nd if some other teams beat some other teams, and we don't worry about that. What we have to worry about right now, just like Friday night, they got to worry about tomorrow night. They need to beat Lampasas.
All right.
So they can do that and then solidify a playoff position.
Well, it won't be long till I know they're going to start basketball practice.
Well,
I think, a week or 2?
That'll be Wednesday. The girls will kick
Wednesday.
off. Yeah, the girls kick off their basketball season Wednesday, and the boys will follow next Wednesday.
Wow. Well,
so basketball is on us, and
wow. There you
here
go.
we go.
All right. I know that we have our little NASCAR deal coming up.
Yeah.
I love your artwork right there. Is that Derek Stuckley?
Mm-hmm. Stuckley.
All right, let me can I show everybody? There he is, right there, isn't it?
That's a doodle. That's my doodle.
Pretty accurate.
I love it. So you doodle too when we talk and write, yeah. All right, let's. Hey, there's. She's already.
Let's
got
do our
that
Monday evening NASCAR report. Held at Texas Motor Speedway. Of course, I didn't go. I was working, but I'll give credit number 5. Kyle Larson won the race. He was pretty much dominant the whole race. You know, he's coming off a race where he won at the Roval where he had car trouble and he had to change some parts out and still won the race. And last night, he was just dominant and really wasn't any question who was going to win it. But I had to give credit to my old boy Kyle Busch because he struggled. He didn't have the speed, had a speeding penalty in the first pit stop and came back and wound up finishing 8th or 10th somewhere in there, but he's sitting 3rd in the points, so that's important to advance to the championship round. Championship round, you have 2 more races. You have, I think, Kansas and Martinsville. Top 4 after those 2 more races will run in the championship, which is, can't remember where it's at, but that championship race, it doesn't matter.
Arizona.
It's in Arizona. Yeah,
wow.
It does, yeah. It was
man.
at Homestead, but they moved it. But the deal with that is if you make it in the top 4 and you get to that championship race, it doesn't matter what place you finish. You just have to finish higher than the other 3 that are in the championship.
Let me ask you something now. With these playoff races, I guess they're called, do they still have a full field of 40?
Oh, yeah, that's a full field, and anybody can win the race, but the only ones that get points to advance are those that are still in it, and there's 8 in it right now. So
Okay.
those 8 are fighting for the top 4 positions. Well, Kyle Larson is already in, which is actually a pretty good thing because Kyle Larson was probably going to point in just by winning stages. I think he needed 60, and he was at 52, I think. So he was probably going to point in anyway. So for him to get a win and be in, and he already was going to point in, it still leaves 3 spots for my old slumbering, bumbling Kyle Busch, hopefully, to get in.
All right. That's pretty exciting stuff right there.
So an example of that is if someone else would have won the race, a playoff guy would have won the race, and then Kyle Larson points in, it only leaves 2 spots. So we still want those 3 spots open.
All right. Good
Go get them, Kyle. Go get them.
Exciting stuff, just like the Cowboys game yesterday. We had it, tried to give it away.
Boy, let me
Got
tell
it.
you, when he
Man.
tried to give it away, I was getting a little frustrated, and then we miss a field goal and then get the ball back and come back. And how about blocking a punt and getting it on the goal line and not scoring? And
I know.
I've been there.
Boy, exactly. Cowboys probably left 3 touchdowns on the field at
but
least.
found a way to get it done.
They did. That's what good teams do. They don't play great games, but they come back and somehow they find a way to win.
What's
and
that
Dak
old-
is just amazing.
He is amazing. What's that old receiver's name from Oklahoma?
C.D. Lamb. Thank you for giving us C.D.
I do. I hate Oklahoma, but I like CeeDee Lamb. And I knew when he got passed on, and the Cowboys got him, he was going to be special. But he is pretty special. And you have Amari Cooper, too, who I like a lot. They got some weapons. And number 1, what's his name?
Yeah, that Wilson kid.
Yeah, he dropped one that he should have caught
he's
for a
still-
touchdown, but
and
he
I
made
like-
a couple of big plays.
I like 85, Noah Brown, too. I mean, they're deep.
Yeah,
in
how about the catch on 4th down and 6 or whatever that number 1 made over his
Yeah,
head?
Wilson. That was that saved
a
the
game winner, yeah.
On the sideline,
No
had to
doubt.
stretch up.
Jumped up there, caught one like I used to do back in the day.
Yes, sir. When that pass was thrown, I'm thinking, oh no, it's going out of bounds, game over.
I was joking about how I used to catch it like that. But
I saw some of your catches. This guy can catch the ball. I saw that one in the end zone. You had to come back and fell to the ground.
oh yeah, I don't remember that.
You don't? Certainly you do.
I'm so old, Carl. There's dust on those films, and they don't even have projectors to run them anymore. That's how old I'm at.
Oh,
I am.
anyway, an exciting win for the guy. Had about 8 heart attacks during that game, but
I didn't.
Stuckley remained calm through the entire
That
game.
boy stuck. How about the Longhorns? How'd they do?
Okay, let's move on.
So, sorry, that's just a stab.
They
on,
lost to that
on
other
Stuckley.
Cowboys team.
Frustrated because they could have beat both Oklahoma teams and just didn't get it done. And I understand that frustration, but they're fighting hard, so you got to give them credit.
Hey, out of the Big 12, I tell you, Baylor's playing some good football.
Yes,
right
they
now.
are.
Don't forget about Baylor and Oklahoma, I think, this week.
Baylor and A.J. McCarty.
Yes, sir. Playing good football. All right. Triple T Player of the Week. Coach, you've been waiting for this all weekend. What do you got?
Yeah, Triple Team Player of the Week is Co-Player of the Week. Voted for that this week, and it was a tie between Chance Jones, who rushed 30 times for 187 yards and a touchdown, and also threw 7 passes for 160 yards and a touchdown. So all in all, I thought he played extremely well. I was extremely proud of him and the way he managed the offense and just gutted it up and made things happen. Some unseens there on some 3rd downs and 4th down plays that he's made the last couple of weeks to keep drives going have been phenomenal. So I've been really pleased with him. And then Brandon Steele, who plays left guard for us, was on top of number 44 most of the night. And Brandon did a great job, played real physical. We're dominant. We're able to run a lot to the left side because of him and what he did. And he graded out as an 82%, and for a lineman, that's a pretty big deal. So congratulations to Brandon Steele. He's the 2nd offensive lineman that we have make Player of the Week.
Are we going to have them both in the studio?
We will. We need to
Awesome.
have a bigger table because Brandon Steele is a big fella.
Boy. He is a star. We're going to need some more camera space. He's about 6'3", 6'4", about
Yeah, he's a big boy.
250,
He's
260.
He's a kid that developed later. He's always been a big kid, but had to grow into his body, and he's taken that body that would look like a Pillsbury Doughboy, and if he took his shirt off, he's a rocked up young man. He looks good. You can tell he's worked hard in the weight room, and his effort. You know, he played on the JV a lot last year. We had people in front of him, and he was patient and didn't look at it as this, oh, I'm a junior, not on the varsity. He used it as fuel to make himself better, and now he's become a dominant player, and really look forward to him playing at the next level. I've had some scouts come in, and I've talked to them about him, and they see his measurements, and they'll get to watch him on film. So I'm excited about what Brandon's doing, and it's like I said, it doesn't matter when you develop, it's how you develop, and he's taking advantage of his senior year, and like I said, I think he's going to wind up playing more years because of it.
I do too. I met him at the, of course I've been watching him, but at the car hop a couple of weeks ago. That is a well-built kid.
Yeah, and a very good young man.
Weight room.
Yes, and he's a very, very young man, high-character kid.
No doubt. I cannot wait to have him and Chance back in the studio, and Chance had a great game. He was on that number 4. That 44 was a big loaded kid.
He was.
I bet he went 3 bills at least.
Yeah, he did. And, what's crazy is we'd run the counter, which we're pulling this way. He'd see the guard in front of him pulling. He would get up and run over there to make the play. He was something special.
Well, I saw Brandon on one play just knock his man down to the ground and was on him.
Yeah, we call those pancakes.
I love it. Absolutely. Have you got some for us?
He has some. He may bring to you.
All right. Bring some pancakes. All right. Man, great stuff today. So we look forward to visiting with Chance and Brandon in the studio on Wednesday, and we'll talk more about the Alvarado game. All right, Coach, anything else?
Yep. I thank those that make this show possible. Auto Glass Magic, Avalon Custom Homes, Bruner Auto Group, Centex Body and Paint, Centex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bon Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Edward Jones Investment, Hendrick Medical, Howard Enterprises, Humphrey Peets, Landmark Life, MC Bank, Painter and Johnson Associates, Smith and Sharp Agency, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, The Real Talk with Chad Valdez Podcast, Weldon Wilson Electric, Western Bank, and Willie's Teas.
I think Dallas is going to be on with Chad sometime.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
We got to find out for sure the details on that. All right, we're not going to pull a Jerry Jones and Son thing right here.
I'm so happy, so happy. I'm so happy.
That was just a happy moment.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the father kissing his son.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
I hope when I get to heaven, I get a kiss.
Yeah, amen. Yeah,
I hope I get to heaven.
Huh?
Hope I get to heaven.
Amen. All right. Coach, thank you. Great stuff. We'll see you on Wednesday.
You bet. Have a great day, Brownwood.
Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director Sammy Burnett, coaches show every Monday and Wednesday at this time here on KOXC 101.3, and of course video streamed at the KOXC KBWD Facebook and KOXC.com.